Harvard Doorly Zoo and Aquarium is one of those businesses that will be reopening today. Zoo leaders tell us they originally thought the closure would only last a few weeks, but that turned into more than 2 months. 3 News Now reporter Daniel Davis joins us live in the newsroom with more on what you can expect.
Courtney, the zoo opens at 9 a.m. today. Now, it will be the same zoo, but with a few new rules. The capacity will be limited to 20%. That's about 3,000 people at a time. To enter the zoo, reservations are required. You can make them up to 2 days in advance. And if you missed your favorite animal, well, they may have missed you too.
Some did, some didn't. I think the great apes, the gorillas, they love having people come, and they're entertained by people. And they're curious about people. Some of the other animals, I think it caused them to relax a little bit more. And now they're going to have to get reused to things with people back in the zoo, and they will. They've adapted. We've had a lot more people, but yeah, it just depends on the species.
The director says the loss so far is estimated to be about $26 million. Along with attending during this reopening, there are other ways you can help out as well.
On the website, we have a place where you can donate to our emergency fund that will help us with expenses for the zoo. Even if we open, we're still going to be probably short by the end of the year, and into next year, because we had contingency funds and other funds that we borrowed from those funds in order to pay our bills. So we've got to repay those funds back for next year, and so we're not out of the woods by a long shot yet.
The aquarium will not be part of the Phase 1 reopening. As Nebraska continues to flatten the curve from COVID-19, other areas will cautiously reopen as well. Bathrooms are limited to 1 family at a time, and social distancing tiger paws will direct your path around the zoo. Now, masks are not required, but they are highly recommended. It opens again at 9 a.m. today and closes at 7 p.m. This is Danielle Davis, 3 News Now This Morning. Courtney?
All right, thank you, Danny. And while the zoo is reopening, it is still facing a huge financial challenge after being shut down for several weeks. To help out, KMTV and the Scripps Howard Foundation made a $5,000 contribution to the zoo's emergency support fund on Friday. The fund helps pay for everything from food and care to the animals to repairs and salaries for employees. The Scripps Howard Foundation provides funds to stations owned by Scripps to contribute to worthwhile causes in their communities. KMTV Vice President and General Manager Larry Forsgren presented the check to the zoo president and CEO Dennis Pate. Pate said the emergency fund is critical right now because of the zoo's current financial situation.
We normally have contingency funds and other funds that take care of all those things. We don't have that anymore. We used it all to sustain ourselves through the last 11 weeks. So that emergency fund, that $5,000 that Scripps donated, will accumulate in that fund, and it'll help be our insurance policy against unexpected things that break down.
Well, the donation will help. The zoo still needs your help as well. So if you would like to contribute to the emergency fund, you can find a link to the donation site on our website at 3newsnow.com.